Oh, hello there, little one. Are you okay? There's no need to be afraid, I assure you. I mean you no harm. For now, at least. Well, aren't you a charmer? You may call me Autumn. And you are? You know, you really shouldn't go around giving your name to others. It could end up in the wrong hands. What was your name again? Cat got your tongue? Or is it perhaps you no longer have a name? After all, you gave it so freely. You know, giving a name to a fae is a lot like selling your soul. Oh, I could tell you to do anything and you would. For now, I shall call you Darling, until I think you've learned your lesson on giving your real name to strangers. Don't worry, I will give it back, eventually, when I think you've earned it, at least. After all, I either have to give you my name, or give you yours back, and I have no intention of doing either for the time being. I'm not the only fae that walks these streets, but I am the only one who takes names immediately. There are others, tricksters, who will take everything that someone is. It always looks like amnesia. I assure you, it is not. Yes, darling. A name is power. It is knowledge. It is who you are at your very core. So, I'll keep your name, for now. Safe and sound, where you can't lose it on accident to someone who truly means to harm you. Oh, darling, there's so much that you don't know about the world that you live in. Honestly, I'm glad for all the stories. They make it easier for us to hide amongst all of you. Now, tell me what's wrong. Why are you crying in an alley at 3 a.m.? Oh my. Would you like to stay with me for the night? I've done all the damage to you that I will. Losing a name is but a momentary sort of loss in the scheme of things. But it sounds like you need to get away from what's causing you those pesky little problems. Well, I was planning on keeping an eye on you anyways, and perhaps you shall gain your name back sooner than you thought by sticking around me for a while. Oh, I'll text my driver. There's so much to teach you. Oh, the stars know the last time I took a name was in the summer of '83. I forgot how fun it was to educate a mortal on our ways. Oh, not 1983, darling. 1783. An honest mistake. Don't you worry your pretty little head over it. His name was Michael, and he got his name back within the week. I still know the location of every single family member of his that still lives on to this day. Of course I do. I come to care for those whose names I borrow. You're also sweet and naive to the dangers that lurk nearby. Shadows can house many things, especially that which you are not perceptive to. You should be thankful that you can't notice them, for the ones you can't see normally only reveal themselves during a hunt. Some of the more dangerous fae in the past used to puppeteer their mortals who they caught as butlers and the like. I put an end to that practice in my court. Very few fae understood the mortal limitations. They were breaking them with what they wanted. Those poor, fragile little things. They were dying, and too many were dying. It was causing suspicion. Oh, darling, a fae rarely does something for anything other than the selfish desires of their own heart. It is selfish of me to want to teach the naive and talk to a mortal like they are a friend. Do you not agree? Next time that I ask a question like that, just smile. I don't need your actual response, darling. Sometimes it is better not to answer at all. Many fae can take offense to the littlest of things. But luckily, I'm not sensitive like my counterpart is. Oh, horribly so. She almost brought the entire court to ruin with her obsession. She did, however, purge my court of fools on more than one occasion, so perhaps she does have her uses. Yes, well, neither of us is particularly active in our courts, darling, but even a roach can have a role of importance on the food chain. Oh, she's horribly obsessed. Her dearest darling doll has been showing signs of stirring for quite a while. As far as I'm concerned, it's closer to a failed experiment than anything. So long as the runes that make up its glaze persist, she will stop at nothing to bring them back. It would be a touching act if I wasn't certain that there's wordsmiths that wanted funding for their research more than they wanted to actually help her. I'm certain that there are certainly runes that were purposely tainted to sap her dearest soul of energy, delaying its bubbling to the surface. Do not be mistaken, darling. There are the worst of people everywhere. You just do not know where they live because you aren't looking next door. Well, if the unseelie princess is to be believed, her beloved doll was more stubborn than a spurned mule. So, if there was ever a creature to overcome deteriorating runes and wards that were designed to sap strength subtly, it would be the doll. Well, I am a bastard, but I will give credit where it's due, even if she's like the dirt beneath my shoes. Now, come on, up you get. Our ride is here, darling. Come along now. What size of clothes do you wear, so I can buy you